Welcome, Chris.
Good morning.
Chris?
Could you see either scenario happening?
I do think everything's lining up for LeBron to come to the Lakers,
Wow.
assuming he comes with another star. I don't know if Gary's report is true. I know I was talking to somebody this weekend who used to be in NBA circles that told me LeBron the same thing, that LeBron's son was enrolled there. I talked to Kenyon Martin, whose son goes there and plays on their team. He said he hasn't heard anything about it. But as far as Kevin Durant, which is more interesting, I talked about this last week on my podcast with Jason McIntyre because about 2 weeks ago, I was hearing rumblings that KD might not be happy or isn't, as happy as he could be in Golden State. And that got me to thinking, I wonder if he might leave and then he and LeBron could team up with the Lakers. But since Durant's come out and said he's re-signing with Golden State, I kind of put it to rest, and I don't think it'll happen. I don't think it's a great look for Durant because if he's not happy, people think, he's not, and I do think he's probably happy, but does he feel like he doesn't get enough credit? That it'll always be Steph's team, even though he's winning the finals MVPs, right. People look at it as Steph's team. People think you took the easy way out. Well, teaming with LeBron isn't the answer because it's going to be LeBron's team. People will say you're playing with LeBron if you win. It's the easy way out. And Durant is in position. Look, he's a competitor. I'm sure he wants to win more rings than LeBron. I'm sure he wants to one day maybe be viewed as better than LeBron. I don't think he can be, but I'm sure in his mind he wants to.
Yeah.
Right now, he's in position to keep LeBron from ever winning another ring.
That's
and
true.
he could win, 4, 5? Who knows how many he could win with Golden State. So why in the world would he go play with LeBron and help LeBron win more rings and always keep LeBron one ring ahead of him? Then for LeBron, I think short term, it wouldn't be a great look because people would say if you can't beat him, join him. That's the look it would have. But as we've seen with LeBron in Miami, with KD in Golden State, once you win, nobody really thinks about that.
Nope.
For the most part. They just, you get praised, you're the champion. So long term, it would be good for LeBron because I definitely think they'd win.
So do I.
And that's the thing. 25 years from now, nobody will be talking about, Kevin Durant joined the 73.
And not even that long.
Yeah, so it's funny how you win he got those rings, he got final MVPs. I believe it's more likely that he's going to come with that situation, but I believe he has to have assurances from some other star or superstar that they're coming to join him. LeBron James is not coming to the Lakers by himself. That's not going to happen, Skip, because while they have some good pieces, young pieces, with LeBron, they're not ready to contend with Golden State because you got to contend with Golden State just to get to the finals.
Yep.
Not see them in the finals, get to the finals. So with that, he must have some assurances. Paul George, they're going to trade for they trade for somebody. It's hard for me to envision a scenario where LeBron comes by himself to the Lakers. Now, just because it's being reported that his son is enrolled in Sierra Canyon, there are a lot of players that don't live in the city in which they play for, the team they play for. So LeBron could theoretically have Savannah move out here because how often is he home? He's traveling so much during the course of the year.
So you mean he goes there even if LeBron doesn't play for the Lakers?
Yep.
Boy, but again, if you're here,
see
half the time you got a chance to watch him play, right?
I don't see that.
I just, for me.
And you could, but couldn't LeBron could be saying, look, maybe I go to LA. Let me enroll him there just in case.
What if he talking about the Clippers?
I don't think Clippers got a shot.
You don't think the Clippers got
The Clippers are out. And I think Paul George at the very least will go there if LeBron goes.
I
think that's definite.
Are they going to have to? They're going to have to move some of these young pieces then.
Well, they could sign 2 max guys. They could just sign Paul George and LeBron outright.
And then what are they going to do with Randall? That means Randall's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
He might have to go.
He would.
It's tough decisions for him.
So, of all the scenarios I've heard, this is the best one. It feels good and it feels right to me because I'm going to point out again, 2 months ago, Kevin Durant bought a $12 million Maybe a little more than that.
No, because
don't think so?
Cindy Crawford and her husband just sold theirs 5,000 square feet for $45 million.
Maybe.
Studio apartment he got in Malibu.
And I know for a fact Kevin has owned a home here in the Hollywood Hills, and I don't know if he's hanging on to it like LeBron now has 2 homes in Brentwood here in Southern California.
He's
Los
in LA
Angeles
a
area.
lot during the summer,
Yeah.
KD.
KD is here. He likes to work out here. I'm sure he would love to live here. Now, obviously, he has a bunch of new investments in Silicon Valley up in the Bay Area. He can manage those from a distance. And now it brings us to the mindset and the psyche of one Kevin Durant. Would he do this? Is he capable of just pulling up stakes and going south to Southern California from Northern? He is, because we saw him leave Oklahoma City and shock the world by going to Golden State. And I told Shannon this earlier, Chris, and of all the superstars I've ever tried to figure out, Kevin Durant is the weirdest because he is the most confounding contradiction of thin skin and thick skin. When I least expected, he has the thickest skin. He cares nothing about what anybody thinks. And then from day to day, he's haunted by what one guy says on Twitter, and I don't get it. He'll take things to heart. He'll take the slightest slights to heart and soul. And yet, when push came to shove, he left Russell Westbrook, which did not surprise me. But I was shocked that he would have the audacity to join forces with that group that you had down 3-1. Really? And he took, like, the weight of the NBA world was on his shoulders going into last year's finals, and he rose and shone. He took over the final. I didn't think he had that in him. I didn't think he had this in him this year in Game 3, because against Houston, he stunk it up. He looked like he was running from the ball against Houston. So there's the contradiction of, who are you, Kevin?
Right.
But then Game 3, the money's on the table, and he goes 43 and takes over the whole game.
Yep.
He's back-to-back finals MVP. So he did that. That's on his resume. And again, to your point, he could say, I'm going to stay. We could win 3 more. I don't know. They could win 4 more. I don't know what they could do. They're going to be the prohibitive favorite for a while, unless he would be the fulcrum of the NBA universe. And you want to talk about strength and weaken? If he came to join LeBron in LA, would that not suddenly strengthen the Lakers, make them maybe a favorite?
Yeah,
never going to beat your man.
Well, I don't.
It'd be great for the league.
It would be incredible.
We need a challenge.
You have KD and LeBron with the Lakers? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It'd be fantastic for the league.
This would be the center of the, not just the media, the sports universe, the media universe.
Yep.
Everybody would be in LA following KD and LeBron. Wouldn't KD enjoy that? I think you would.
But for his legacy, and Jared Dudley was on my radio show Sunday, The Odd Couple. He said, look, obviously everybody respects KD and how great of a player he is, but he said to get the ultimate respect, or he would get more respect from more players if he went somewhere else and won it on his own. Not with LeBron, but even if he went back to OKC or, went some kind of like LeBron did when he went back to Cleveland.
Right. If Kevin Durant could have won 1 in OKC, it would have meant more to his legacy than winning 2 in Golden State, because he joined Steph Curry, who's a 2-time MVP.
But he decided he could never win 1 with Russell Westbrook as the primary decision maker.
That's what he said by his move.
Yeah.
I can't win here.
Because remember, he had the ball. Russell had the ball in his hands every time, and he got to decide my turn, your turn.
Right.
And Kevin just wore out from it and didn't think he could get over the hump with Russell. And he said, I'm going to maximize my chances of winning my first ring. Remember, that was his 10th year last year. And he pulled it off, and he had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and now nobody remembers any of that.
Yep.
He got his ring.
Everybody's talking about when they were losing to Houston, how Kevin Durant was dominating the basketball and the ball wasn't moving. Oh, the ball's not moving.
That's true.
In both Game 3s, the ball wasn't moving. It was stopping with KD, and he was putting it in the bucket, and ain't nobody have no problem with no ball movement. That's what he can do for you. Okay, the ball's moving, and Steph Curry get the crowd going electric. But when you need a bucket and can't nobody defend it because he can shoot over anybody.
See, I think KD is in the process. I mean, maybe in the Bay Area, they're going to love Steph. They're always going to love Steph.
He was first.
But he's in the process of he's winning the MVP every year in the finals. He's kind of in the process of making this his team. And to go to LA where it would clearly be LeBron's team.
It'll be their team together. Stop trying to talk about it, but you try to talk about it.
Look, it would be fantastic, but if I'm KD and I want to be, even though I don't think he'll ever be better than LeBron, but if 10 years from now and they're both retired and KD's got 5 rings or 6 rings and LeBron's got 3, there might be some people out there that say they were in the same era.
Okay,
KD won
back
more.
to his psyche. What did he say 2 days ago? Kevin Durant said, I might just hang it up at age 35. And then he was on Jimmy Kimmel last night and kind of scoffed at that and said, I had too much champagne. Well, I don't know. He's the kind of guy I could see saying, I don't want to do this forever. Give me 5 more good years in Southern California and LA. I'll just do that with LeBron.
Look.
There's a lure to being a Laker. There just is.
He took that, and he took, when LeBron, the 2 captains, Steph Curry and LeBron got the most votes. LeBron got more votes than Steph Curry, so he got the first pick. Who did he select?
Oh.
There's no guarantee that just because you team up together that you're going to win a championship.
Oh, them 2 team up, they win.
It didn't happen with the Heat when they all got together. They were guaranteed 7 championships.
Dwayne Wade was never the second best player.
There's no guarantee Golden State was in the finals this year if they didn't lose Chris Paul. They could have lost game 1, which could have changed the entire series. LeBron decided he wasn't going to play overtime.
That's about as close as it.
It helps your chances for sure, but people just dismiss these rings like it's like they just walked there. They didn't.
Much, but I'm willing to put that little bit
that.
Like my grandma said, that little bit of money I got, I'm going a little piece of money, I put it on him.
Remember when LeBron went back to Cleveland with Kevin Love and Kyrie and, KD it's not like he didn't always have no help.
He might be tired of hearing, they could win it without you in Golden State.
Yeah,
they did it without you. Mm-hmm. They could do it again.
Show KD how bad you are. Come on and team up with LeBron.